Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and this is my invitation to you to kick my butt. Absolutely, let me have it down below in the comments because yes, I found Chanel in my death pile. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I found. I'm going to talk about them for a while and then we're going to talk about the story behind it. So, these little earrings. I had two of them. They're really pretty. They're really cute. They have the gold and the little crystals. They are clip-on. They are Chanel from 1984, and you probably can't see that. So I am going to put that picture up here so you can see the hallmark. And it does say 1984 on it, so definitely truly vintage. They're really cute. They are, one's missing the back pad, but that's okay. Little clip-on like so. What do you think? Actually, they're nice and light. They're light, but they're not too light. Anyway. Chanel. I did take the time, I'm going to say I took the time to get them authenticated. Because they are Chanel, because Chanel is highly faked, as far as I know. And I don't know enough about the brand to be 1000% comfortable and confident that they're real. So I did take the time. I uploaded pictures to Authenticate First, which is the service that I use. For $20, they will tell somebody whether your item is real or fake. You can ask or pay for downloadable cards and things like that if you want. I didn't want. I just decided I just wanted to know if they were real or fake because I think that gives me the strength in my listing. And in my listing, I will absolutely say these were authenticated by Authentication First. They are real, blah, 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 because I think it does give me a lot of strength. And I'm very happy about that. So for $20, it took them an hour. They usually have a 48-hour turnaround. I think it was about 7:45 on a Monday morning that I sent the photos in. Less than an hour later, they got back to me and told me they were real. Yay. Real Chanel in my death pile. And yes, I'm going to continue saying that because this should be a lesson for everyone. Anyway, the history, the story behind this. All right. If you've been around, you know that I've been reselling for quite a while. We did, even before we went full time, we dabbled with eBay. We had a booth in an antique store. We did a couple of rummage sales. We did Facebook Marketplace. We did garage sales. We did do something because it was just a way that we wanted to make extra income. It's something that we really enjoyed doing. So, because of that, we were still buying off online auctions. So I would buy vintage jewelry. I would buy, we bought this box of broken jewelry or just a whole bunch of jewelry because I figured, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll lot it out and sell it on eBay as crafting stuff, right? So we would do that. We had some vintage stuff because I thought, why not? Or it came with that or whatever. We also had a guy that we bought stuff off of, and if you've been following, I had a basket full of stuff, which we'll talk about in a minute. But these earrings, I had bought a lot of vintage stuff with a whole bunch of that type of earring. A lot of clip-ons, chunky 80s stuff. Okay, this is where you get to kick me. The big box of broken jewelry had been lost. I mean, we knew we had it, we just didn't know where it was. We knew that when we moved, it did come with us because we always had that in mind. And we're talking, we've had this for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years, which is a long time. Anyway, we have a whole bunch of stuff in our garage that we haven't gone through yet since we moved 2 years ago. And yeah, I'm just, I'm going to bury myself today because this is how unorganized I was. Anyway, Paul went through the garage. He found that box of broken jewelry. Yay! So, it's a banker's box full. So, it was really nice out a couple weeks ago. We're sitting on our front deck. I decided that I would go through that box, separate it a bit, maybe start getting it into lots, see what we had, see what was garbage, whatever. At the bottom of this box, there is about, I'm going to say about 10 paper bags, like lunch bag size paper bags. And I remembered, it was like, oh yeah, one of the rummage sales that we went to, I decided that I would make little grab bags, little dress-up bags. They would have like a dollar store necklace and some earrings, big chunky 80s earrings, and maybe a lipstick, because I had some brand new lipsticks at the time as well, and sell them for $2. I mean, what little kid didn't want to play dress up, right? None of them sold. Thank goodness. Thank you to the powers that be. None of them sold, because these Chanel earrings were in one of those bags. A $2 grab bag. Yeah. So come at me. It's okay. I can take it. I'm sitting on our front deck going through these bags going, okay, well, the lipsticks I'm throwing out because it's been like 4 years or something. And the dollar store type jewelry, I'm just going to put that in with the broken stuff. No big deal. But because I have been more aware of jewelry lately, because, I am trying to get a little bit more towards that because it takes up less space, and I like that. I knew enough that if there was a hallmark on the back that I wanted to look it up. So I was putting aside all these earrings that had something on it. And I'm going through them, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's got a name, I'll look it up in a bit. I found these. I went, okay, they're kind of pretty. I liked them. I thought they were kind of cool looking. And I went and I was just looking just like I would normally look like with my glasses. And I'm like, even with my glasses, I'm like, does that say what I think it says? I don't know about that. So I had to go in, grab my jewelry loop, which I do have, which I should be carrying with me. And I look and it was like seriously, my face was like, and I handed them to Paul. I said, do these say what I think they say? And so he looked and he went, they say Chanel. And I'm like, yeah, they say Chanel in a $2 grab bag. Oh my gosh. So, not only that, because these, I have to do a little more research because the prices right now, I mean, I've seen them sell for $100, but I've seen them sell for $500, so I'm going to do a little more research before I know how much they are. But, I mean, it's a pretty good find. But not only that, I found other pieces, other earrings that I have listed that I've already sold. In that basket that I talked about, there were bracelets in there that I've already sold. In fact, I've already sold about $400 worth of items with still more to list and still more listed. So I'm going to show you some of the items that have sold already that were in my death pile because I couldn't find it because I'm no longer, but I was very disorganized. I'm much better organized now. Anyway, we're going to start with the bracelets that were in the basket. Start with this one first. It sold for $95 US. Not even listed for like 3 days. The next ones I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to talk about them because they're the same brand. I sold these two bracelets, so this one and this one, in a bundle for $133 Canadian. So this brand is Alexis Bitar. I'll put her hallmark up here for you. They're a resin with some crystals in them. The thicker bracelet seemed to sell faster. Hinged. Apparently there's rings out there, so I'm looking at resin rings now when I go to the thrift stores. I couldn't believe it. Like, they were sitting in my death pile because we couldn't find them, and finally got them listed, and they sold like that. So what else was in there? This little gold tone metal with mother of pearl purse it's almost antique. It was amazing. It still had the original powder in it. It sold for $50 Canadian. The next one I'm going to talk about are these earrings. They're clip-ons. Clip-on earrings. Okay. Very 80s, very big. The shells. I knew the shells would be cool. They only sold for $20, but still, they've been sitting around doing nothing, and they were in $2 grab bag. So, the name on this was Pacula. Pacula. So they sold for $20, which is fine. The last ones I'm going to talk about are these two earrings, the leopards and then the red and black. The leopard ones are a brand called Graziano, And the red and black ones are Ciner, Ciner. That is a good brand. I had them listed for $50 a piece. Somebody asked me about them and asked if I would take another offer. I said, yeah, absolutely. She goes, how about 75? Done. So I'm very, very, very happy that those are selling, and I'm really happy that I found them, or Paul found them, because Paul found them, and I got them listed, because what is wrong with me? A lot of the vintage jewelry that I have, I am going to be cross-listing it over to eBay and over to Etsy. I'm going to be trying to get it on Etsy. That's a platform I don't use a lot, so I might need pointers on that, but I'm going to try and do that. So that is my story. You guys may absolutely laugh at me down in the comments. That's perfectly fine. I am going to give myself a good kick in the butt and try and get through the rest of the stuff that's in the garage. I don't know how many totes are in there. It's not like 100 or anything, but I bet you there's a good 10 in the garage, and I think there's a couple more at the office. My goal is to get through all of that stuff and get it organized by the end of May. I'm putting it out there. I want to be held accountable. I want to get that done. I want my garage back, for one thing. I want to be able to get in there and do some work in there and store the things a little more organized, because right now it's hard to get in. So that is what I'm going to say to you. I will keep you posted on whether or not I find anything else. I don't know, like at the top of my brain, it's like I'm not thinking of any more. Like I knew that those bracelets were in somewhere, and I knew the broken jewelry was somewhere as well, and I can't think of anything else that would be in there. So we shall see. Anyway, Chanel in my death pile. I'm going to leave you guys with that one. I hope everybody has a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.